Sumo, a sport steeped in tradition and strength, has seen many champions over centuries, yet among them one name echoes with unmatched power: Raiden Tameemon. His story begins not with grandeur, but in simple countryside of Edo period Japan. Born as Sekitaro Kyoshi in quiet countryside, Raiden's origins were humble, but he was destined to become one of Japan's greatest sumo wrestlers. At a young age, his unusual size and strength set him apart, even among the sturdy farming folk. Even as a child, Raiden displayed a natural inclination towards strength. Villagers watched in astonishment as he lifted objects others couldn't even budge. But it wasn't only his size that marked him as different. His quiet demeanor and thoughtful eyes seemed to suggest that he carried an ancient unspoken power within him. His early encounter with sumo fighters left him captivated, setting him on a path to pursue the sport with relentless passion and determination. As he grew, so did his reputation. His massive frame and unparalleled power led him to train rigorously, moving boulders and practicing in makeshift sumo rings. Soon Raiden caught the eye of traveling sumo scouts, eager to bring him into the world of professional sumo. Raiden's training was anything but ordinary. He would rise before dawn, working on his technique alone in the mist-covered fields. As he developed his strength, the local farmers could feel his footsteps resonating through the air. His hands, now calloused and rough, became symbols of his commitment. He practiced for hours under the sun, his movements gradually shifting from raw power to a balance of force and fineness. By the time the scouts came calling, Raiden was already a legend in his village. With his formal entry into the sumo world, he was renamed Raiden Tameemon, a title meaning Thunderbolt, fitting for a man with strength that seemed to shake the earth. Raiden began his journey in the sumo elite, captivating crowds with his remarkable size and agility. Raiden's debut was a spectacle. As he entered the arena, silence filled. Even veteran wrestlers were taken aback by his commanding presence. His first match left the crowd in astonishment as he dispatched his opponent with an almost effortless push. Word of Raiden's strength spread like wildfire, and soon the Grand Sumo rings were filled with spectators eager to witness the Thunderbolt in action. People flocked from distant villages, drawn by the legend of a giant who seemed to defy the limits of human strength. Though he was an absolute powerhouse in the ring, Raiden's character was as remarkable as his physical strength. Known for his gentle heart and calm demeanor, he earned the respect of fans and opponents alike. People saw Raiden as a giant with the spirit of a compassionate warrior. Raiden's gentleness was more than an attribute, it was his way of life. Of the ring, he was a calm presence, often meditating or quietly watching the world around him. He loved animals and would spend hours with them, calming even the most restless of horses. This side of Raiden earned him deep respect. He wasn't just a wrestler, he became a symbol of strength tempered by kindness. A hero that people admired not only for his victories but for his heart. Throughout his career, Raiden faced many formidable wrestlers, defeating them with moves that only he, with his extraordinary size and power, could perform. His winning streak was legendary. In 245 official matches, he lost only 10, a record that still stands as one of the highest win rates in sumo history. His encounters became tales of wonder. Rivals would challenge him only to be defeated by techniques they have never seen before. Raiden had a unique style, combining brute force with surprising agility. In one memorable match, he defeated an entire string of highly ranked wrestlers, some even older and more experienced, leaving the audience spellbound. Legends began to spread that Raiden's spirit was infused with the strength of ancient warriors, and no mere mortal could defeat him. Over time, legends began to swirl around Raiden's fighting style. Some claimed that his strength was so overwhelming that certain moves he developed were banned from sumo to preserve fairness. It is said that Raiden's technique, an unusual blend of raw power and refined skill, left opponents at a disadvantage, causing sumo authorities to impose restrictions on his innovative holds. While these tales may have been exaggerations, they speak to Raiden's unique impact on sumo. His strength was unmatched, and his creativity in the ring forced his opponents to rethink their strategies. Raiden was known for his infamous throws and holds, which were rumored to be too powerful for sumo traditional framework, forever cementing his reputation as an unconventional boundary-pushing icon of the sport. Raiden's skills earned him the title of Sekiwaki, the second highest rank in sumo at that time, but his reputation and abilities would have easily qualified him for Yokozuna. Yet as sumo was bound by strict tradition, Raiden never officially received the title. Regardless, he was revered as a champion of the people. Even without the Yokozuna title, Raiden's fame eclipsed that of the two Yokozuna at that era. He was celebrated in poems, paintings, and even woodblock prints. His name became synonyms with power and mastery, and people began naming their children after him, hoping to pass on a fragment of his indomitable spirit. Raiden represented the very best of sumo and held a position of respect that transcended titles. Despite his legendary accomplishments, Raiden was never promoted to Yokozuna, the highest rank in sumo. This was not due to lack of skill or strength, but because the sumo elders adhered strictly to traditional requirements for a Yokozuna. Raiden's style, being more innovative and less traditional, clashed with the rigid expectations of his time. The elders admired Raiden, but believed the Yokozuna should embody a different type of power, a spiritual leadership as much as a physical one. As a result, Raiden was overlooked, a decision that he accepted with humility. Yet this unfulfilled title never diminished his spirit or his fans' admiration, cementing his role as an unsung Yokozuna in the hearts of the people. Another theory points to the influence of powerful political families. In the Edo period, sumo was not just a sport, but a reflection of societal hierarchy and prestige. Some historians believe that Raiden's promotion might have been blocked due to internal politics and power struggles among influential clans who had their own interests in maintaining tradition and control over the sport. Raiden led a disciplined and modest life of the ring. He enjoyed calligraphy and meditation, which helped him maintain his calm and focus. To him, sumo was more than a sport, it was a way of life, combining physical strength with spiritual growth. In his daily life, Raiden's routine were sacred. He believed that true strength comes from inner balance, and he spent countless hours practicing his calligraphy. Each brush stroke was an exercise in focus, each word a reflection of his character. His small home, devoid of lavish decor, symbolized his commitment to a life of simplicity, showing the world that Raiden's true power came from within. Raiden's retirement marked the end of an era in sumo. His presence had inspired generations of wrestlers. He left the ring undefeated in spirit and retired to a life of quiet dignity, passing down his wisdom to younger wrestlers. Even in retirement, Raiden remained a beloved figure in sumo community. Younger wrestlers sought his guidance, hoping to learn from his unparalleled experience. His advice to them was not just about strength, but about humility, discipline, and respect. Raiden spent his later years surrounded by the echoes of the ring, finding peace in watching new champions rise, each one a part of the legacy he helped build. When he passed, Japan mourned not just a champion, but a true embodiment of sumo spirit. Raiden's story continues to inspire those who seek strength tempered by honor and humility. His legacy lives on, a thunderbolt that still echoes through Japan's sumo rings. And so the tale of Raiden's the Thunderbolt of Sumo ends. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe for more myths, folklore, and histories that shaped cultures across time. Until next time, keep wondering.